Hi, today I wanted to talk about salt a little bit in your foods. Oh, this is Lila. She wants to join in a little bit. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so I'm in a challenge group right now with a whole bunch of people that are interested in improving their fitness and their eating habits. And every day we post questions or anything that we could want issues or help answering our issues with. So someone asked yesterday, what can I do about my salt cravings? And you're craving salt. And that's a tricky one because really salt is in everything. Anything that's processed, that it's in there, and it's a preservative to help keep the foods good. And so that is a tricky one. And really, salt is not all bad. You don't need to eliminate all salt from your diet. The American Heart Association actually recommends 2,000 milligrams of salt a day. And I learned researching this that daily, if you limit your sodium intake too much, then it can actually affect your fluid levels in your body. And then we all know that too much sodium can lead to maybe heart disease or high blood pressure or even kidney disease. And so there's pros and cons to sodium, of course. And we know that table salt is, if we took a basic chemistry class, is 60% sodium and then it's 40% chloride. And so that's interesting. There's different kinds of salts and there's the different kinds. There's Himalayan, there's sea salt, there's the pink salt. That's really interesting. Okay, so I just wanted to show you a little bit about my lunch. And we try to eat several small balanced meals throughout the day and make them really healthy. And so this is my lunch right here. And I like to try to have all the food groups. If I don't have the food groups for every meal, that's okay. Then I'll just work on it for the next meal. So it's kind of hard to see, but we'll try to make that work. So right here, I've got my fruit, and that's just cantaloupe. Right inside that is cottage cheese. And you do have to be careful which kind of cottage cheese you get, because that is also, generally, it has a lot of sodium in it. And that's kind of what I look for, is the sodium intake versus the fat intake for my cottage cheese. I just put a little bit of mint there from my own garden. And then right here, this is my pita bread, and I eat either pita bread or tortilla or a homemade bread that I do myself every day. Something like that. It's good whole grains. This one's whole wheat or whole wheat pita bread with honey baked in there. And then inside there, I have some rice, and then we actually cook some spinach with it, and you just saute it together. The rice is already cooked, you're just heating it back up. And then we did that with a little of the chipotle olive oil that we talked about in a different video. And then there's just one fried egg in there. And to fry the egg, I don't really have to add the salt very much, but we added just a sprinkle of salt there. And so it's generally good not to try to salt everything you eat, but a little bit of salt is okay because it is a little bit different than the average sodium intake, if that makes sense. So generally just try to keep your foods balanced and try to do a good job with that. And then if you guys have any more questions, I'll do the research and I'll let you know. Bye.
Bye.
Show your cute face.